Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I previously did horror movies that I was looking forward to in 2026, so I decided why not also do just regular movies. So we've cut out the horror. We've already discussed horror. If you want to see my horror list, watch that video. This is just other movies for 2026 that I am looking forward to.
Hit the rock bottom. Back outside the ring.
And let's start off with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, once again, sure, I've played some of the Super Mario Brothers video games, the N64 games, I'm in it, but I'm probably not the biggest fan. It's not like I've gone back right now, I'm not playing any of these games currently. And a lot of the movies, like that live action movie, woof. But I will say that the Super Mario Brothers movie that this is a sequel to, that first film, when it came out, I wasn't expecting much from it. I didn't love some of the voice casting announcements of it, but the movie itself was fun. It was fun enough to where I was like, wow, maybe my expectations were so low, but I said this was fun enough. So now I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the sequel. Obviously, because of the money it made, it was going to make a sequel, but it seems like they're leaning way more into the video game type stuff, and I think that might be up my alley. Next up, Michael. Michael is going to be a film that's going to be near and dear to me, that's going to hit me a certain way because I did grow up a very big fan of Michael Jackson, of his music. Fuck it, my name, Michael. I was named after Michael Jackson by my mother. Like, that's how far deep the fandom runs in my family. And when you first hear that this movie's being made, look, they've made some shitty TV movies of Michael Jackson, like some horrible stuff with horrible acting and horrible makeup. And so you kind of cringe thinking that, like, we're going to do this again. But then a trailer came out, and I said to myself, okay, yeah, maybe, it's going to be hard for this nephew to play Michael, to actually nail it, because who can nail Michael Jackson? Who can portray this in a way that's like perfect? But what I saw, I was impressed with. They showed all of the right things. They played all the right music. Like, I am definitely in as far as a hype level, anticipation level. I hope they don't fuck it up. I hear they're going to be in 2 parts. The Devil Wears Prada 2. Now, I've never seen The Devil Wears Prada, so I'm not gonna lie, pretend like this is something that I've been waiting for and asking for years. But this is a movie where I've seen it referenced so much. I've seen it call back to. I've seen so many clips of it that, like, I feel like I know it, even though I haven't seen it. And the fact that they're making a sequel all of this time later is going to force me to watch that first film finally. And maybe I will love it. Maybe I will be like, nah, now I get it. Mortal Kombat 2, a film that was pushed back to 2026, so it sucks because we should have already have seen this by now. But that trailer looked fun as hell. Carl Urban being Johnny Cage, I just think that this is going to be something special. That first film had so much potential, and not the 90s one. I'm talking about the last one that was out there. And like, I love the stuff with Scorpion, and I love the stuff with Sub-Zero, and I love some of the kills. I love the rated R, bloody, gory aspects of it, but it failed short on the story. It failed short on the Cole Young character that nobody gives a shit about. This trailer made it seem like, okay, they heard us, and they are focusing on Johnny Cage. They are focusing on the core characters that we want to see, hopefully. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, I'll be honest, I'm pretty checked out when it comes to Star Wars nowadays. I liked Andor, those 2 seasons, but other than that, I've sort of been disconnected. I haven't really cared about Star Wars, the franchise, in so many years. Even Mandalorian, like, the first 2 seasons are great, and the 3rd season was a little underwhelming to where it's kind of like, where do I stand with this? And then I see the trailer, and like, I'm not blown away. I'm not like, oh my god, this is gonna save everything. But I do think this can be fun. I do think this has the potential to be that little bit of what people liked from the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian and hopefully slowly bring us back if they can do that, because that's what the first Mandalorian season did. It came at a time where the fandom was so divided, so split, so angry, that we all agreed, though, that Mandalorian's good. We all came together for that. So maybe this movie can do the same. Masters of the Universe. Once again, a franchise that I am not connected to, that I do not care about at all. And if you're wondering, then why is it on your list? It's because you see so many people talking about this. You see so many people, whether it's people that grew up on the property or people that swear that this franchise, that this IP can be something cool, that I want to be won over. I want to see this movie and say, oh, that's what people love about it. I want to watch this and be like, that's my Masters of the Universe. That's my He-Man. Like, I want this to be that for me. I want this to get me into another fandom, because it feels like it's been a while since I've given a shit about one of these fandoms. Scary Movie 6. Last time I talked about this, because I think I thought it was coming out 2025, but it's 2026. And originally I said I was nervous because of Marlon Wayans. Originally it was only talked about as far as Marlon Wayans being involved, and we didn't know if any other Wayans family was going to be involved. Is Keenen Ivory going to come back to help write and direct? I don't even know that. But we have found out that the original cast, or most of the original cast, I'm talking about Anna Faris, I'm talking about Regina Hall, I'm talking about a lot of people, Sean Wayans, of course Marlon, Chris Elliott, like a lot of these actors that were in the first 2 Scary movies, and the best 2 Scary movies, are coming back. This is going to feel like the actual sequel to Scary Movie 1 and 2. And so for that alone, never mind the movies that they parody, never mind the actual writing and the jokes of it, at least the core cast is back. And so that's enough to get me to come around. Toy Story 5. I know people are split and mixed because the first 3 was so good and the 4th one was good enough, but it maybe didn't leave the impression that I think some people wanted, or some people still say they should have stopped at 3. Do we need a 5th? I'm kind of in agreement with all of that we probably don't need 5, but if they can at least be as good as 4, where it's a good movie to watch, like it's not bad, it's not offensive, I'm not sitting here feeling like they've ruined the legacy of the franchise of Toy Story. I'm sitting here going like, okay, if this can still be fun, I still care about these characters, I still like these characters, you can have Tim Allen and Tom Hanks doing these voices because it's just their voice, so they can age and still sound the same. And if you can have a good story with this, and supposedly maybe we're going into technology of like what happens when kids grow out of toys, like I think that's an idea worthwhile, worth exploring. Supergirl. How can I not have this movie on the list after how good Superman was? I'm talking about James Gunn's Superman, which may be controversial because I know there are people online who are still beating the drum of the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Universe. We still want that back. They're shitting on David Cornsweat, and I'm just like, I don't get how you guys can't appreciate what James Gunn is doing for DC movies, how he's bringing it out of the ashes of the shit pile that it was. And that's not even me trying to shit on Zack Snyder. I liked some of those movies, but man, that franchise was deader than dirt. We needed something fresh. We needed something new as far as just the feeling. And I think we're there, man. And I am looking forward very much so to what the new Supergirl is going to bring. The Odyssey. I only saw that teaser trailer that showed only like, I think John Bernthald's monologue, and you saw like Tom Holland and a few other people. The main thing, because I think I read The Odyssey in school. I think I was forced to read that in English class. I don't remember shit about it, but Christopher Nolan directing this movie, that's going to be enough to get me in the theater. You goddamn right. You know Chris Nolan's name. You just need the teaser to say, directed by Chris Nolan. And guess what? I'm there. And that's what this is. Spider-Man Brand New Day. how can I not be looking forward to another Spider-Man film? I'm very curious to see what the story is going to be here. We know Punisher's there. We know a few other characters are going to show up, but we don't know everything yet. I think they're doing a good job of showing pictures and showing us little things here and there to get us interested, get us intrigued. I know the MCU is in a weird spot right now, so I think Spider-Man is the perfect safe franchise to come back with, and that's what we're doing. Clayface. Now, this could go either way, because Sony tried, speaking of Spider-Man, Sony tried to do the villain first movies, the villain main characters, and it went horrible. At least for me, I thought the villain Sonyverse films were all shit, and now DC is doing it, and this could be shit. Look at Joker. And if you liked the first Joker, look at Joker 2. Like, you gotta know what you're doing here. But once again, this is James Gunn's DC. Now, I'm not exactly sure. This might not be connected to James Gunn's universe, or maybe it is. Fuck, I forgot. But either way, I think because we are in a new DC era, I'm at least going to give them a chance to see what they do with the Clayface character. We've never had Clayface in a live-action movie. Yes, I would have loved for him to be in an actual Batman movie, but maybe this is his origin and then he will show up in a Batman movie and we would have had already seen his origin, so you don't need to explore that in an actual Batman film. Like, this could be a cool thing that DC starts doing, and it has to work here. Dune Part 3. The first two Dunes were so goddamn good that how could I not have this movie on the list? You don't even have to know anything about it. You don't even have to know what's going to happen with it. If it's continuing on from Timothée Chalamet and from Zendaya and from everything that went down in that first or that second film, Florence Pugh as well. Like, this cast is solid. This cast is great. The director's great. Like, the universe is very interesting. And last but not least, Avengers Doomsday. And I know I said Marvel MCU's in a weird place right now. There are a lot of people who are dogpiling onto Marvel, saying they suck, saying they're past their prime, it's over, move on, reboot, or just end it. And like, I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not even going to say that they're wrong, because I get it. I get that it hasn't been the highs of the highs, but I'm not going to pretend like we haven't had some good Marvel shit since Endgame, that we haven't had some good Marvel material and content in the last few years. We have also had some bad. It's been a mixed bag. And so I think if Spider-Man hits, and then if Avengers Doomsday hits, and you could also argue that Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, it's kind of a cheat code, because you're going to bring back all of these older actors or these older characters, the X-Men Fox universe. Like, you have some tricks up your sleeve to get people hyped and excited with trailers. You have Downey back as Doom. Like, you have enough to sort of cheat code your way through to get people in the theater. It's just a matter of making sure the movie itself is good. The movie itself delivers. And that's what I'm hoping that this movie will do, and hopefully starts us on the correct path going forward. Let me know in the comments below not only what you think of my list of 2026 films that I am looking forward to, but what's your list? What's some of the movies you're looking forward to? What did I leave out? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!